All right, let's begin. Just grab your spot. Just take a moment, wiggle your toes, move your legs, your shoulders, and just like you're getting seated into a comfy chair and finding just the spot, just what feels the best in this moment, in this body. And just let everything settle, let everything sink. Feel your body, pressure of your feet on the earth. And just imagine your fingers start to reach down as if you could sift your fingers through the dirt, through the ground, even if you're on something else. Just imagine that you could stretch your fingers, your arms could reach all the way down into the ground. And just by bringing my mind, my awareness into that thought and imagine it, it does something for my body, does something for my energy. Just imagine, just feel my feet pressing deeper as if I was just sinking a little bit into the sand at the beach. Fingers reaching down towards the earth, and as my body presses down, my head, my spine reaches up like the trunk and branches of a tree, reaching up into the sky, growing upward. Adjusting breath, exhale, gather, and release. Hold it out for a moment, couple moments. Breathe deep from the belly up. Vacuum of the body, pulling the air in, the muscles squeezing out. Compressing the chest, squeezing the belly, evacuating the breath. Fill. And let go. Shaking the branches of the tree. And shake a leg. Stepping in place for a moment. Or just simply moving the body a bit. That's chi up. Continue to breathe deep, as deep as you can at this time. Breathe into your hands with an ah sound. Breathe life into your hands. Let your hands feel the unseen aspect of life. And release. And just once again, feel your body, your feet pressing to the earth. Let your shoulders lift for a moment, squeeze for a moment, and let it go. Let it sink. Let your shoulders sink into your body. Let your arms reach down, fingers reaching down into the ground. And relax and breathe. Find yourself here, at home in your body, in this moment, in this heart, with a gentle, focused mind, calm, peaceful emotions. Just tuning in. I am here. I am here now. I carry this forward into my experience today. Rooted in the earth, rising to the sky, at home in this body. Once again, adjusting breath, bend the knees, press, squeeze it out, gather it in. Hold it for a moment and let it out as if the hand's pressing the breath out. Pressing down through the chest, pressing down into the belly, releasing, filling back up from the belly up, from the legs up. As if the breath were coming up from the earth. And release, press. And clasping the hands behind the back. Dream walking, lifting one heel, and maybe just take a moment before you place the heel back down and just wiggle the toes and flex the ball of the foot. Just wiggle it for a moment and then press down. Feel the body pressing, connecting, lifting the other heel and just wiggling for a moment, moving side to side gently, mindful of feedback from the body, wisdom of the body. Maybe not too much. Just feel it out and press it down and begin to step and move side to side. And just let the breath return to the belly. If your breath had gone somewhere else, if it had gone up into the chest, let it move slow and deep into the belly. Each breath connecting us into this form. Each breath sustaining our life, this body. Each breath calling in a new moment, a new possibility that today could be the day that things could change for the better. I accept where I am and how I am now, and I allow myself, even for the briefest of moments, to know that this, whatever it is I am experiencing, is temporary, that things always change. And then doing little things every day for myself helps to promote and influence positive change. Today could be the day. This moment could be the moment. And then just allow myself that possibility. And the mind might want to say it's impossible, and that things are never or forever. The mind really can't know that things can or cannot happen. We just have the possibility, the opportunity. And we feel our body, breath into the belly. We feel the sensations on the toes and the balls of the feet and the heels and the ankles and the knees and the hips. And slow it down a little bit. Let the breath settle into the belly. Slow it down a lot. Just slowing down the breath in the belly. Slowing down the body. Just giving ourselves a moment to catch our breath and to call ourselves into this experience, into this moment. And relax the arms. Yeah. Trunk twisting. Let the hips move a little bit side to side, and maybe extend your awareness to your foot pushing against the ground, and it pushes and twists you to the other side. And then instead of actually turning into it, I keep it in the middle and let that push from my foot move up to my hip, move up through my spine, to my shoulders, to my arms. I feel this deep internal connection. And if it's elusive at this time, I open myself to the possibility that I'll begin to feel things that maybe I didn't feel before, that it is possible that I might grow into that. Breathe into the belly, and bend the elbows, and if it feels comfortable, let the hands lift and lightly tap. And if you want to move slower and just let the arms hang naturally, that's okay too. Breathing into the belly, connecting through the body. Everything is one. The body, the breath, the mind. Everything's connected in this body, in this experience. I am here. And slow it down. And adjusting breath, priming the pump. Exhale, press down. Gather. And release. Fill from the earth, from the legs up. From the head to the body, to the feet down. As if your breath were in your whole body. Breathe up. Breathe down. The breath and the energy is simultaneously moving the opposite direction as well. It's all good. We're just following a certain aspect of what's happening. Yeah, shaking the branches of the tree. Might be slow, light, and deliberate. Might be vigorous. Might twist a little bit and move a little bit or shift side to side. You might balance and shake a leg or step in place. Yeah. Hands on the hips. Bend one knee, both feet flat, feet hip width apart. Just letting your body comfortably tilt side to side, letting the hips rock back and forth like the feet of a rocking chair. And take it slow and easy and listen for the feedback of the body. How far is too far? What's just right for me in this body at this time? Maybe I barely bend the knee. Maybe I barely move the hips. Maybe I'm feeling tip top and I can really press and lift. One leg lengthens, the other leg bends. That leg bends, the other leg lengthens. And now relax your arms and continue more like you're walking in place. And let that begin to twist a little bit and let your arms swing. A little bit less exaggerated and more of a rotation now. Bending the knees one at a time. And let that move out to the arms, and maybe you keep it super light and easy. Maybe you allow that to move even more. Shoulders are relaxed. Not lifting my arms with my muscles, my upper body. Pumping and twisting side to side. And if your body hasn't caught on to that rhythm yet, don't worry about it. Just let it all hang for a moment and begin to move the knees side to side a little bit. Let the hips move. Let the arms just hang naturally like you were walking. Breathe into the belly. Even during activity, breathe into the belly. And let it go. And relax. Shake it out. Shake it out. Good. Wiggling around the butt and the belly. Let that resonate through the body. All right. No, not yet. Here we go. Hands on the hips. Shifting side to side. Breathe into the belly, slow and deep. And if the nose is clear, breathe slow in and out through the nose. Squeeze in the belly on the exhale, and the belly, abdomen inflate on the inhale. Allowing for diaphragmatic movement to increase, signaling to the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic response that it's time to heal, to be present, that we are at least safe enough in this place at this time. Breathe into the belly, slow and deep, as if the lungs were in the belly. Expand on the inhale and squeeze on the exhale, shifting side to side, breathing into the belly. And if I can't breathe through my nose, then I can breathe like sipping through a straw. Helps me to slow down my breath. Yeah, plant your feet, shift your weight, feet together, rise up, sink the weight, bend the knees, shift the weight and open up, natural stance, bring it to the center. Shift the weight, Bring the feet together. Then let the hips shift and the weight move evenly to both feet. And then push up from your center. So I'm teaching my body, my mind, to find my center, to find the center of my body, the center of my gravity before I move. And as I move, that I can control and feel balance. Find my center, feet evenly connected to the ground. Shift my weight, and I have more of my weight and center moving towards my opposite leg. I bring it in, and then I let it settle to the center. And now I push up. I sink down, I bend my knees, I plant myself through that center. Then I shift my weight. Then I open up. Then I let it fall back, sink into the middle, right into the middle. Shift together, center, up, sink, shift, open, and center. Shift, feet together, centered between the feet, push up from the center, sink down onto the feet, shift the weight, and now go a little bit wider, maybe 1 foot's width, only as far as you can. Maybe you can't even open up further than natural stance. Maybe you can open up wider and sink the weight. Find the balance right into the middle. Shift the weight, natural stance. Bring it to the middle. Shift the weight, feet together. Bring the weight center, push up. Standing tall, feeling aligned and balanced internally. Letting the mind, body, nervous system, the muscles, the tissues to calibrate to this newer, greater sense of balance. I sink down between my feet. I move centered. I move in balance. Open up, natural stance or wider. Then let it move to the middle. Finding my weight, my balance right between my feet. Teaching my body where my balance is. And maybe if I feel stable enough, I can close my eyes for a moment. Maybe I need to hold on to something nearby that I won't fall onto, but something I can stabilize with. A little reassurance to my body that I have something to hold on to. And then shift the weight. Slide it in, step it in, or balance our way into natural stance. And then let the weight come between the feet, sinking right down into the middle. And shift the weight, feet together, up, sink down, shift the weight, open up wide or wider, or even just natural stance if that's where you're at. Bring it to the middle, and if you can for a moment, just close your eyes, just for a brief moment. Hold on to something nearby if you need to. And if closing your eyes is not possible right now, then just keep your eyes open or squint gently. Just squint gently. Let the eyes almost close. And then shift the weight. Natural stance. Bring the leg in. Bring it to the middle. Shift the weight. The leg we were just on. Feet together. Bring it center. Rise up. Sink the weight. Feel the balance in the body. Slide it out, step it out, or balance your way out a little bit wider than natural stance, maybe extra wide if you're feeling strong. And let's let it, maybe I have to shift my weight side to side before I find that middle point. I'm just continuing to teach my mind, my body, and everything that's connected that this is where my center is, that no matter where I'm moving and what I'm doing, I have the ability, just like a horse on a carousel rides along that pole. And even if it's spinning and turning and rotating, it's always upright. That's where I am. Shift the weight, Return to natural stance. Bring it to the middle. Shift the weight. Feet together and up. Sink down. Shift the weight and open up as wide as you can comfortably. Bring it to the middle. You might have to go too far to one side or not far enough, and then just feel it out. And we might not even be sure we're in the middle yet. That's okay. We'll get closer each time. Breathe into the belly. Close eyes for a moment if you can, or squint, or just leave your eyes open. Teaching my mind body to find my balance internally, less reliant on the eyes. I feel my balance inside my body, in my ears, in my brain, in my physical body. My body knows. And shift the weight, bring it together, natural stance. Adjusting breath. Exhale, squeeze the belly. Let the belly expand, fill up into the chest. Feel the fullness, hold it in for a moment, squeeze it from the chest down into the belly. Gather. And release. Third deep cleansing breath. And let it go. Make an ah sound. And relax. Hands on the thighs. Bend the knees. Sink the weight. Riding the wave. Arms floating up like water. Buoyant. And then floating back down. Like driftwood, saturated, begins to slowly sink down. And rising back up. Floating, rising, reminding my body that I am one body. And one part is in motion, all parts are in motion. They might not be visually, physically moving, but everything's connected. Breathe into my belly, brings my awareness to my breath, brings my awareness to my belly, which is my physical center. It brings me into this body, into this moment, into this experience. That I can be both aware internally and present in the moment, and be active in the world. I can be moving and doing. Yet I can be focused, connected, balanced, breathing into the belly. Arms resting at the side, palms on the sides of the thighs, arms floating up like birds' wings flapping, and coming back down. Bending the knees, sinking the weight. Let the arms cross. You might even bring the knees in. Hug yourself for a moment. Give yourself some loving care. And open back up. Knees press out. Legs lengthen. Arms float up. Effortless. Easy. Floating back down. Reaching across, moving across our center line. And my right and my left can connect, can communicate, and open up. Rise, breathing into the belly. Floating back down. Crossing the arms. Maybe you can reach up to your shoulders. And open back up. Maybe brush your arms, brush your legs. Rise. And let it all settle into the middle. And move the body and just wiggle it out a little bit. Just like you're trying to get comfortable in bed or in a chair. Or you've been seated for a long time, you get up and your body goes, yeah. And just whatever feels good. The natural yawn and stretch, that's all we're up to. Just natural movements, natural human experience. Just bringing it to a greater level of connection, awareness, influence. And shake it out. Shake a leg. Step in place. Do little things like this on and off all day long. And depending if I'm alone or in public, what I choose to do might vary. Right? It's not always so obvious. All things I do might be subtle, unnoticed. Bend the knees side to side and let the hips and shoulders move. And relax. Adjusting breath. Exhale. Gather. And release. Breathe from the belly up. Breathe out from the chest down. Regaining our breath. Regaining our center, our focus, the moment. Rest the hands on the thighs. Bend the knees as deep as we can without having to bend forward. Not going as deep as into a squat, but not so deep that the strain on our joints or our body is too much. We want to be comfortable enough. And looking behind. Straighten the legs and turn the head to the side. Either look directly to the side, or if you can, take the eyes and look behind you. You might be able to just hold them for a moment, and they might return to their natural position. Look behind if you can. Press the palms firmly against the thighs and feel the muscles in the chest and the arms and the belly and the torso tensen up a little bit. Slowly turn the head to center as you bend the knees and feel the push from your palms to your thighs, creating strength and feedback in the legs. Let your eyes relax as your head and eyes come forward. As the knees bend and we press, we're squeezing for a moment, and now let it relax. Natural oscillation, the expansion and contraction, the squeeze and release. Right? The fullness and the emptiness, the breath in, the breath out. We're just tuning into those natural oscillations. Breathing into the belly. Straighten the legs and turn the head to the side. Maybe you only turn the head halfway. Maybe something in our head and neck doesn't allow us to go all the way just yet. Maybe we need to build up to it. Looking directly to the side or looking behind, and maybe occasionally relaxing the eyes, strengthening the eye muscles, moving our energy up into the head, and then press the palms against the thighs. Slowly bend the knees and release the head. Keep looking behind if you can, or relax the eyes. And then pressing from the head down into the earth. And relax. Breathe into the belly. In and out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth. Or in and out through the mouth. It's all good. Once again, looking behind, straighten the legs and turn the head. Find a comfortable position for the eyes. Look behind if you can. Breathe into the belly. Press the palms, bend the knees, and turn the head. Rotating and returning to the center. And relax. One more time to the other side. Coming from the earth up. Let the earth come up into the body, up into the head. Let the grounding support of the earth come all the way up into the eyes, into the head. Press the thighs, bend the knees, turn the head, and let your upper body, your head, sink into the ground. Supported, grounded, balanced. And hands on the hips, shifting side to side. Breathe into the belly. And bring it to the center. Moving the hips side to side. And now rocking the hips side to side. And begin to rotate. And just calling into my experience this awareness of my breath into my belly. Brings me home into my body. Connects me to the moment. The only thing that's happening is right now. Reverse the circle. Breathe into the belly. Just taking my body, my mind on a journey through varied postures and movements. Just reminding myself of what I'm capable of. Recalibrating the mind body to include all the things that I once could or the things that I could not, but I have the possibility to grow into, to whatever degree in my body, my lifespan, to whatever degree my potential is. I allow myself to move towards it, little by little. Bring it to the center. Open up, toes out, heels out, or stay in a natural stance. Hands on the thighs or on the hips or on the belly. On the belly for now, if that feels good. And tilting the head to the side. And just maybe for a moment lift the shoulders and then let them drop. Tendency would be for one or the other of the shoulders to rise up. But I want my shoulders to sink into my body. Just as I anchor myself into my core, belly, my legs, my hips connected, pelvis. I also want to connect in this upper core, with my shoulders and my chest and my neck and head. They're all connected in this upper hub. Lift the head, and moving just as slow and light as we need to. Keeping the shoulders dropped and connected into my body. My shoulder starts to come up. That's okay. I can just invite it to come back down. Maybe I don't fold my head to the side as much. My shoulder doesn't have to come and reach up to my ear. Shoulders are down. And bring the head up. Go ahead and bend the knees a little bit if you can, and let the head go to the side. Breathe into the belly. Feel the movement of the belly expanding, pushing, and releasing from the hands. You could even gently use the hands to help. When I'm sleeping at night, a lot of times I put my hands on my belly, slow down my breath, and just feel this connection as I'm trying to fall asleep. Head up, breath into the belly. Head to the side. Breath into the belly. Maybe your legs are getting tired and you bring them in. Maybe you have to sway, move a little bit side to side. Standing still is not as easy as it looks. And let the head come back up. A big opening. Open up wide. Reach and lift and let that all come down. Begin circulating from the outside in. You might be seated in a chair. You might be standing wide or narrow. This is also nice to do with your feet together. And just begin to move and circulate. And just allowing whatever transpired, whatever took place today in my body, my mind, my breath, my spirit, my energy. I allow the best of whatever has occurred to become part of who I am, to be there for me as I need it, to continue to grow and develop even in between my practices, that these things could show up and support me in my balance in life, the way that I move through the world, the way that I make choices, the way that I feel, that these things could start to help and support me as I Breathe into my belly as I feel my body, as I listen to my body. As I'm aware of the thoughts in my mind, and as I'm aware of the thoughts in my mind, I have the capacity to begin to encourage and shift and redirect thought patterns that no longer serve me, or that perhaps never did. Old stories, judgments, criticisms that may or may not be true. At one time, I let them go. I just let them melt from my head, melting down in my body, anywhere that they're connected in my body to emotions and to energy, just melts all the way down into my feet. And this idea, the body, the mind might reject. But I just let this be possible, that I could be cleansing and washing and releasing stuff that's just not needed, thoughts that don't serve, feelings that have become so strong they come out destructively distorted. That I let them move, melt from my head down through my body, and that beautiful earth has the capacity to absorb, to process and transform that, what was negative inside of me, to return and rise all around me as something positive, as something beneficial. Maybe you need to move your feet in and out, and maybe you're even swaying side to side or seated in a chair. And now from the inside out, letting some new, radiant, fresh energy rise from the earth, grounded, supported, rising up over my head and out, floating back down. As my pressure of my feet push against the earth, that push rises through my body, through my legs, rises all the way up into my head, out to my arms, and out, breathing into the belly. And just opening up to the possibility that something new is arising, something updated, something improved, enhanced, or simply has become its natural form. It's no longer distorted, no longer in upheaval, that it is now full, complete, embracing all of who I am, rising and expressing all of who I am. And shake it out, shake a leg, step in place. Once again, adjusting breath. Breathe into the belly. Squeeze the belly. Breathe up the center, from the earth up. As if the breath rises through the spine and from the top down, sinking back down into the earth. Gather and release. And chi up. And just do a little bit of dream walking too. Just let the heels and the feet move, or maybe you twist side to side, or just jiggle and wiggle the whole body, whatever feels good. And maybe it's slow, or maybe you just hold your hands together instead of rubbing and pressing. Whatever you need to do, whatever feels best to you, that's what we do. Even if everybody else disagrees or thinks they know better, I trust who I am, what I am. I trust my breath and my body, my awareness to call me into what's correct for me at this time. Separate the hands, breathe into the belly, and just feel for a moment. Tuning inward, looking inside. It is safe to look inside. There is nothing to fear inside my mind, my emotions, my body. I greet myself. I meet myself with love, compassion, understanding that I did the best I could. I am doing the best I can. Whatever is and has been, will be, is okay. I meet myself with love in this heart. And just let that rise up. Let this love rise up into the mind. The mind felt less than judged. It now is embraced in this love, this acceptance. Now I let my mind, my thoughts, my awareness move with my hands, move through my head and my neck, my throat, my spine. I let this awareness connect into my heart as my heart and my mind connect as one. As I am led, guided by my heart. And my heart is tempered with wisdom, intuition, intelligence, insight. And let my mind and my heart now move down into my belly, my abdomen, my physical center. And let the wisdom of my consciousness and the wisdom and love of my heart move into my physical form, empowering my body to heal. And just let it all sink down. Once again, gather the breath and let it go. Each moment rises and falls. Each breath comes and goes. There's nothing to hold on to. Whatever I need will come again. Whatever is helpful will sustain. Whatever needs to go and is done, let it go. And shake it out. Shake a leg. Just let yourself smile. Smile on your face and your eyes. And even if it's fake and not real, maybe feels like there's nothing to smile about right now. It's okay. Just let my smile be contagious. That smile go into the heart. It's a big smiling sun in the heart. Big smiling face. Big smiling face in the belly. Happy belly. Butterflies in the belly. Happy, happy, happy. Feeling good. Even if it's not true yet, that's okay. It's possible. Possible that I could be happy. That I am happy. It's possible that I could be happy even when I'm unhappy. I could be at peace with whatever it is I'm going through. Beautiful. Namaste.